Here with Sudhi and Suchi.
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to yet another brilliant episode of Hear It Here with, yes, guess who?
Me, Suchi!
Forever, ever present, yes.
And Sudhi, my wonderful friend. Welcome to Hear It Here. This is the place where they get to hear a whole lot about Bollywood. What's happening, what's not happening, what could be happening.
The spicy stuff.
But what's happening recently, Sudhi, is that I heard, Kashmir Files. Everyone was talking about this movie, Kashmir Files.
Still are, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. And the fact that within 1 month of its release, it crossed the 250 crore mark in the domestic market.
Which is brilliant. Why also, Suchi? Because this film was not promoted like the way films are conventional.
And not only that, it was really made on a shoestring budget. So Vivek Agnihotri is running all the way to the bank with a happy face.
Extremely excited because the budget was somewhere only around 7 crores.
Yes, absolutely. So that's a mega success. Well done, Vivek Agnihotri. Kashmir Files to ho gayi. Abhi kaun si files kholenge next? I don't know.
Well, of course,
good bit of news that we heard.
That is Shahid Kapoor.
Shahid Kapoor. First place, he's looking damn good. Okay?
Yes, he is.
Let me say
he's turned 40, and we were of course talking about
fit at 40.
Fit at 40. I know the feeling.
Yes.
Sure. So yeah.
Right.
Should we get along?
Moving swiftly on. Yes.
So Shahid Kapoor at 40, he has gone ahead and signed a film where he's charged 38 crores, Suchi. And
why didn't charge 40 when he's turned 40?
Well done, Suchi.
No, it's a good point.
Very good point.
This is that film, no? Bloody Daddy with Ali Abbas Zafar.
Bloody
Bloody Daddy, Bloody Daddy.
Correct.
That one.
Oh, but that's a very incisive point you've just made, Suchi.
Isn't it just?
It's a sharp observation.
But you know what? Shahid is also, playing a paratrooper in another film that I heard of. It's called Bull.
Bull.
Bull. It's a movie called Bull, in which Shahid Kapoor plays a paratrooper. Well, Shahid Kapoor, you can play whatever you want. You play it well. That's all I can say. At 40, you are looking very good and you are doing some amazing work. So
should I just leave you there for a moment?
Yeah.
Yeah, with your thoughts and whatever else. Yes, right. Deepika Padukone, Suchi, when she came into the industry, and I wanted to talk to you about this because I felt it's a little strange to suggest to anybody, especially a woman, that she was suggested that you need to get breast implants. Isn't that weird body shaming situation?
It's a kind of a body shaming situation.
And that so-called stereotypical.
Absolutely, but then again, the whole definition of people getting into the movies, etc., especially in Bollywood.
So you need to be
that whole voluptuous type of thing. And I'm so glad that she didn't.
Yeah.
Because at that point, she kept abreast of the situation and she said that, excuse me, I'm too young to do all of these things, which is true.
Yes.
She came into the industry when she was very young, and she's decided against it. Deepika, we're really happy with the way you are, for sure. Now, we had heard that there was going to be a collaboration where we could see Madhuri Dixit and Priyanka Chopra. Now, that would have been quite something. But sadly, it was a web show which was being directed by Sri Rao, who directed Fame Game with Madhuri. Yeah, but sadly, it's been cancelled, I think. Nevertheless, no, it didn't work out. I think they put in a few dollars into it, but
it just seemed to not.
Yeah, and it got shelved.
Right.
Well, sad but true. But who knows what else will happen? Because we have another great collaboration which I'm really looking forward to, and that is a collaboration where we will see PC, that is Priyanka Chopra and Alia and Katrina, all in Jile Zara, which is being directed by Farhan Akhtar and helmed by, of course, Tiger Baby.
I really like his sensibilities as a director. Don't you think, Suchi?
Absolutely.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yep.
Here with Sudhi and Suchi.
Hello, Srinidhi. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Very good. Welcome to Hear It Here with this person who's called Sudhi.
Sudhi,
This is Sudhi and I'm Suchi. And we welcome you to the show. Now, of course, what's on everybody's mind is naturally KGF Chapter 2. Chapter 2. Chapter 1 also, you were in Chapter 1. You're very much part of Chapter 2. Tell us about the experience right from the beginning when you first got the job.
Was that your debut also? I mean,
Yes.
in terms of cinema, it was your debut.
Yes. It was brand new into the movies, and the first movie, KGF. I landed up with the project KGF. So, I took part in pageant back in 2016, Miss Diva, and then luckily I won there. By God's grace, when my pictures were in the newspaper, my director happened to see the photo in the paper. Luckily, he saw.
I wasn't there hosting it. This is not when Sushmita was doing the show, was it?
No. This was 2016 when it was with Time.
It was in Prague. Am I right? No.
Which one? The international competition.
The one you won.
Yeah, that was in Poland.
Poland. Okay.
Yes. It was an European organization. So yeah, it was in Poland. So luckily when I won it, my pictures were in the papers, and I still keep saying that, thank God that day you saw my pictures on paper, and director was like, let's meet this girl, let's set up a meeting with this girl and let's see. Because they were, at that point of time, they were searching for the actress, ki kisko liya jayega, for KGF.
Yeah.
And luckily they called me and I met the team. The moment I saw the names, director Prashant Neel, producer Vijay Kiragandar, and actor rocking star Yash, I was sold out. I was like, ये तो हाँ ही है, मेरे तरफ से तो हाँ ही है, अब टीम decide करे उनको मैं चाहिए या नहीं. So because, and also I was a fan of Prashant Neel's first work, Ugram. I really enjoyed watching it. I really loved it. Back then in 2014, it was a cult movie. So I really, really loved it. So I knew that this team is going to get something really, really good. And it's Yash. We have seen his movies, amazing down south back then. And when I met him and when he narrated the story, one beautiful story, when he told, I really loved it. And back then it was not KGF 1 and KGF 2. It was just KGF.
That's
so
KGF.
It was supposed to be, we were supposed to go on floors, shoot it and release it. That was the clean slate plan. No pan India, no 5 languages, nothing. Just one Kannada movie it was. Then when we started shooting it, the frames and the rushes were turned out to be so beautiful. And the actor and the producer and the director, they all came together and then they decided, okay, this is coming out really brilliantly. I think we need to divide this into 2 and make it into 2 parts. That's when the director sat down and told, the best part, the most of your parts will get pushed to part 2. And this is, less of a role for the Reena would be in the part 1 and all of that, which I was okay with because I knew the end result would be that beautiful.
So tell me this, I mean, this was your first film and you just won a competition, you're a diva now and all of that is happening. You've also won probably the award for the best smile. By the way, yes, they were right. There was no rigging in that, so congratulations. But when you did this film, were you intimidated in a way? Because I mean, this is a huge platform, and were you coming from some form of maybe theatre or call it some form?
I know you're an engineer. You're like me, aren't you? We are South Indians are like this. Electronics engineer, you're electrical engineer.
I don't know why we choose.
Yes.
Why we choose? No, अगर engineering करना ही है, लेकिन why we choose such difficult branch, electrical, electronics? Can't we just take some easier branch and do it? I don't know why did I take electrical.
That has a lot to do with your parents, or for that matter, the bar that everyone has set for whatever the fact.
Yeah, no, what to do, Sudhi? Us South Indians, unlike the North Indians, we have brains. We can't really.
No, I don't want to get into this entire.
No, but since she's also, you're a South Indian, right?
I'm from Kerala.
Oh, super. Unakaicho, Sugamano. I don't know if you speak Malayalam.
Congratulations, both of you. It's lovely that you've been introduced to each other. I think you're right?
No, I'm a Mangalorean, but I do have a lot of Malayali friends. So I know these small words, Madi Madi, Aikote, and all of these small words. So yeah, but lovely.
Madi is enough. Yeah.
Enough.
Enough.
So I'll tell Sudhir Madi. Enough. Madi. So yeah.
Yeah, from engineering, was there, especially I know from my experience, there is always those raised eyebrows when you say, "Oh, but you were an engineer. What are you doing?" What did you that as well?
So I really wanted to be a doctor, but I come from this lower middle class family where we had our own struggles and crises, financial crisis, and all of that, and could not afford to get a seat. And so then the next best option is engineering. That's the typical, you have either medical or engineering. To make your parents happy, the next good thing that a child can do is take up engineering. So then I went ahead, I got engineering seat and all of it. Then next thing is that you have to take a job because you have to pay the bills, you need to take care of your survival. So I got into Accenture. I was in a software engineer, which was the last thing that I wanted to do. I never wanted to get into an IT firm or work, but again I had to pay my bills, so I got into Accenture.
How was that like, by the way? I mean, working from like 8 o'clock in the morning till about 7:30, was that fun?
See, So back then, for the experience that I wanted, it was great. Like, getting into that pressure, stress, and teamwork, leadership, and all of that. It really helped me down the line. But I was, but I
mission situation just came out. Right?
yeah. So all of that was good, but I was not really happy doing it. I really didn't want to wake up at 6, go do the whole routine, drill, come back, work. I was really suffocated. And there was a time when I picked up the phone. I was working. And I remember that day also because I was working. Then I picked up my phone and I called dad and I said, Papa, I really don't want to work anymore. And I was really interested in pageantry because I was a child, this proper typical filmy kid who watched movies, serials, watched these pageants, Aishwarya Rai winning, Lara Datta winning, and all of this. And I wanted to try. So I called my dad and I told, I really want to quit all of this and I want to go and try pageants. Can I do that? Because we don't have any backup. We don't have any rich family ka wealth that will back you up. So my dad took a moment and then he said, yes, do it. Because my dad was also working. He was working. He retired when he was 67. He kept working till last 3 months. So he told, okay, do one thing. You do what you want to do. I'll take care of your bills and all of it. So it's okay. So that's the support that I got from my family. And yeah, I'm very, very grateful because my dad never stopped me from doing anything. He told, you want to do pageants? Please go ahead and do pageants. We'll see what will happen next. And so I quit my job and I didn't want any backup options. Wo nahi kaam hua. I mean, if that doesn't work, then I have another job because I don't think you'll give 100%. So I put on my papers here. I don't know if I'll get selected in Miss Diva or not, but I put on my papers here and then I went for the auditions. And luckily I kept clearing each auditions and things happened by God's grace. But I don't know if I would not have got selected. I really don't know what I would have done after that. But luckily things happened and people do say that engineering and all that, but when you keep, achieving some things, then they'll stop commenting at least on my face. They won't say, Ki, kya kar rahi ho tum abhi? So they're happy. They're quite happy with it.
Commendable, honestly. It is truly commendable.
No, absolutely. And what's interesting is, I mean, when you reached this supernatural, when you got to do that pageant, what was that like? Going there and being with, all the international contestants, etc. Were you confident enough to say, okay, I'm going to get this, or were you kind of shaky about it?
So cracking up Miss Diva was way more difficult for me than Miss Supra, because once I got into Miss Diva and once we went through that drilling sessions and all the trainings and all that, then somewhere deep down there was no pressure. That obviously there was pressure that you have to win and you have to give your best and all that, but I did not take it up you have to succumb into that pressure of winning. For me it was that, okay, just go and perform, do your well, go 30 days, just enjoy and let's see what happens. Obviously the first day when I went and I met 80 contestants from all over the globe, you obviously get little intimidated. Wow, Spain is so beautiful, Miss France is so beautiful, Miss US is so beautiful and all of it. But I think it was just a day and then in no time we all got settled in and I had so much fun. So there was no absolute pressure for me in Supra. I was happily, I think that was the main reason why I would have won also, because I was actually enjoying the whole process. So
she would have probably ended up saying, after seeing all of them, saying Madhi.
No, but I really had fun talking to all the girls from all over the globe.
Okay, but tell me, Srinidhi, the KGF 2, do you have stuff with Raveena and Sanjay Dutt?
So see, this is a very smart question. If I tell, then people can know that, okay, Reena has a scene with Ramika Sen or not with Adira. People can analyze on that. But already I think Sanjay sir had...
at times in her that actually...
Yes.
But already Sanjay sir had mentioned that, he had a scene with me, so there's nothing to hide anymore. So yeah, I did have a scene with Sanjay sir, which was an absolute treat to work with, because watching him act, I think I also got lost for a second, and then director had to remind me, Srinidhi, you have to act, not just keep watching him. You got to act there, because it was so beautiful to watch him act. And it's my blessing that I got to work with them, that too in my first movie, first movie. I'm truly, truly grateful.
Raveena is a childhood friend of mine. That's why.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice. She's so sweet, because the last few days that we did promotions, I could see the energy. She's so jovial. She's all the time, she wants to talk, and she's so joyful. But yeah, she was very, very sweet.
So what I wanted to actually get into was, Srinidhi, that you talked about something which was obviously going into a pageant, doing all of that, leaving your job. Now, of course, you're into the big, beautiful world of cinema. Everything in your life seems to be a nice little journey that you're taking. You're challenging yourself. You're moving along. But you feel that when you have cleared something and then you start paving your paths forward, are there aspects of doubt or strangeness that tend to hit you? And your past experiences, are they helping you kind of overcome them?
All the experiences, right, from my childhood, and I say, all the struggles that I've seen, the things that I've picked up from surrounding when you grow up, all of it. It's all, when you grow up and see these things, your share of difficulties, that all stays with you. So you'll never forget them. It's always there. So all the experiences, my school, my college, my engineering, my work in Accenture, my pageant days, the grooming, and my shooting right now, I think all these have helped me to become what I am today.
Correct.
And I absolutely don't regret doing engineering or working in company, because people they tend to ask me, why didn't you start younger? Anyways, other film mein, if you had to get into movies, you could have started when you were 18. Why you have to wait for so long? But I think no, it was beautiful that I did engineering. I did that work because there's that sense of responsibility, the maturity, and all the experience that you get to see and experience. I think it all helped me. There's nothing that one thing that I could pinpoint. All of it has really, really helped. Right now, at least last 2016, so that 5-6 years that I've been in the industry and working in the movies and the pageants and all of this glitz and glamour they actually can blur your eyes, all of these little, glitz and glamour, but they haven't yet. I try not to get caught up in this whole glitz and glamour. I try to stay where I am.
Important to be, to tie down to reality. I can see that in you, which is touchwood, very good. Congratulations, for keeping that. And I hope this is how you remain. True. Because, success has already reached you and you're going to be more successful, not only after KGF2, but everything else that you do. That's 120%. Absolutely. But just stay exactly the way you are, because you seem absolutely beautiful as a person. The way
maybe 10 years down the line, when we have this call once again, you'll see like this. Let's hope that happens.
I'm sure. I'm pretty sure. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
But tell us now something that people don't know about Srinidhi Shetty, something that has not been written about. What is it that you like to do? What are your hobbies? What kind of a person are you?
Growing up, actually, I was extra, that hyper kid who wanted to do everything. She was into everything: dance, sports, NCC, guides, all of it. Okay, all of it. A typical active child who wanted to do everything. But I think as I grew up and all of it, now I really, not because I got into movies, even before that, I really like to stay alone or do things alone. I like my space and all of it. So people usually think that, she's in movies, why is she acting like she's a little introvert and all that? But I think I really enjoy my space. Maybe I've grown up and I really want to be alone sometimes and do my things. Something like that. That's the thing people don't think. They don't realize that that's me, because I'm always talkative. At least that's what I do in front of camera. I talk and, I'm a different Srinidhi, but I really like to be alone and in my space. That's
a nice thing, honestly speaking, because
that shows that something of a confident person.
Exactly.
When you are okay
with yourself,
not loneliness.
Yes.
You're okay with being alone.
Alone, yes.
That's
beautiful.
So all my friends are disowning me, because they're like, Tujhe to, you don't need us now, you want to be alone. But I really enjoy being alone. I don't know why, but I really enjoy being alone.
Nice to introspect. And what I've realized, another thing is,
Sudhi, don't worry. Yeah, Sudhi. I don't for other reasons. So sad. Don't worry about it, Sudhi.
She has to always rub it in. It's disgusting. And she's like one of my closest friends. It's ridiculous. But anyway.
I love the banter. I love the banter that you two have.
Wishing you every single, blessing and lots of good luck for everything that's going to come to you, and hopefully we will have you back on our show very, very soon. Super success. Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your wishes and time.
That's love.
You take
Bye.
Here with Sudhi and Suchi.
कभी ईद है तो कभी दिवाली, कभी क्रिसमस है तो कभी ईस्टर है, कभी
By the way, Easter is not very far off.
Yes, लेकिन कभी कभी ऐसी भी बातें होती है कि projects like Kabhi Eid, Kabhi Diwali come into the news. Why? You know Sajid Nadiadwala, he was
Correct.
backing this project before.
Yes.
It was being directed by Farhad Samji.
Right.
Yeah, of course. Salman Bhai is in the film. Now, Salman's been very close to this film, apparently.
He likes the
What has
subject.
gone down recently is the fact that Sajid is no longer backing the film.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it is going to be under Salman Khan's banner. Okay, that's how much of attention.
Convinced he is about the subject
Yeah,
and passionate about it.
And I think he's so into this movie that they say that he might be taking over the directorial
Oh, really?
reins as well for
That's
this
interesting.
one. That'll be, yeah.
Because, I mean, let's face it, Suchi, when he started off his career, he did
Assistant direct, no?
wear the hat of an assistant director.
That's right. That was Shashila Nair.
Falak.
Yeah, Falak.
Jackie Shroff.
Jackie Shroff's film, yeah. Shashila Nair's film, yeah. I wonder what that was like. No, it's amazing when you see
it's
like a
quite interesting.
superstar and then you think, they
But
were
it's also-
Ranbir too,
Yeah,
for that matter,
you're right.
was
Yeah.
also assistant.
You're right.
Very true, very
Absolutely.
true.
And you've got to reevaluate your sensibilities in a big way, na, Suchi? Because you're used to a certain pattern as an actor, as a superstar on sets, and then suddenly you are directing. So it's a very different ballgame. No?
Yeah. I wonder if the ball game stays the same for Pooja Hegde, who was the heroine of it.
Correct.
Before, I hope that's not changing. Pretty girl. Well, we shall know more about Kabhi Eid, Kabhi Diwali, tab tak Easter malane hote hain.
Well done, Suchi. I like that.
I know.
It's always a good celebration.
So that about wraps up what information we have to give you on this episode of Here with Sudhi
I
and
like that
Suchi.
little bit jazz
Yeah.
going on there.
Here
Yeah, bro.
with Sudhi and Suchi. Okay, so that's about all we have for you
Yes.
for this episode of Here at Her with Sudhi and Suchi. But we shall be back.
Back, yes.
Absolutely.
All the time. We're consistent.
Like good pennies.
Here with Sudhi and Suchi.